We are live. All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, the tabernacle of David, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth, and all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. All right, so once again, we're out here another day in the last days of America, Babylon the Great, to prophesy against this wicked kingdom. Okay, and I want to touch on, obviously there's a plethora of things to touch on, okay, but I want to touch on how this war with Iran, okay, is causing problems over here in America, man. All right, so, all right, this war is causing a spike in energy prices. And you Americans are experiencing this firsthand at the gas pumps, amongst other things. Okay? We're watching the price of gas skyrocket. So much so that people are starting to change their different holiday routines, man. All right? Considering staying home, driving less, and things of that nature. Now, the national average of regular gas, okay, is now $3.92, and diesel is $5.21, and this is an increase between $1 and $1.50 in less than a month. And this is all being caused by what? The closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, and I can't even say that the Strait of Hormuz is close, because Iran is allowing China, it's allowing Russia, and all these other neighboring countries that are not doing business with America to pass through. Okay? And this is showing you that what? This war is only going to escalate. And this is Bible prophecy. This is going to continue to escalate until the Third World War, the war that ends all wars, known in the scriptures as the War of Armageddon. And we are living in beautiful, beautiful times, man, whether you people realize it or not. All right? And ultimately, all the things that they've done to circumvent this gas price rise, or this fuel price rise, or this rise in energy, all right, such as the IEA releasing 400 million barrels into the market the beginning of March, okay, is having no effect. Okay, no effect. It's still affecting the pockets of American citizens. So with all that being said, you had now you're starting to see why they call President Trump Taco, man. You're starting to see that, because what has he done recently? I'm gonna touch on a couple of these articles, all right, that I have here. So like I said, I spoke of Trump, Taco. Trump always chickens out. Well, what has he recently chickened out on? It says, U.S. lifts sanctions on some Iranian oil as energy prices soar. All right, so as you're seeing these energy prices soar, he's reneging. He's removing sanctions, and he's trying to make deals with Iran. But what did Iran say? Iran said there won't be any deals. All right? They are not going to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Okay? So we're seeing the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Okay? The beginning of sorrows, of things over here getting worse and worse and worse. You pulling something out?
Pulling a bunch of stuff.
Ecclesiastes 12, please.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Right, evil days, meaning bad times. Remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth. Okay, you're supposed to seek the Lord, all right, in your youth, when you're strong, when you're able-bodied. Now, this world kind of teaches you to, the YOLO spirit. You only live once. Enjoy your your youth. You know, do whatever, taste whatever makes you feel good, do it. And then when you're old and decrepit on your deathbed, seek the Lord, okay? Because you know you're on your way out. Well, this just said, remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come. And all these signs of things that are taking place are bad times, man. And they're not going to get better, okay? Ever since that C-19er back in 2020, you've seen life change here in America. It continues to digress. It continues to get worse and worse and worse. And everybody feels as if there's something different. They can feel that there's something in the air. Okay, they might not know what it is, but every empire falls. Okay? And we always touch on how every empire, the average lifespan of an empire is 250 years. And lo and behold, this is the 250th year of America. Now, is that a coincidence or is that spiritual? You do the math. You got it, Doc.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Mm-hmm. Because when the Heavenly Father has no pleasure in you, all right, what commences? Judgment, all right? Death by pain, all right? Contrary to popular belief, God is not good all the time. If that was the case, then the flood never would have took place, which only left 8 souls to survive it. And a plethora of bad things happen, all right? The Heavenly Father brings judgment through death by pain. You got it, Doc.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. Mm-hmm. He will not do iniquity. Mm-hmm. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. Mm-hmm. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
Right. Every morning the Heavenly Father brings his judgment to light, but the unjust knoweth no shame. The scripture says evil men understand not judgment. And that's the truth. You know, a lot of things happen to people and they don't understand why. They don't understand that their actions are the reason that bad things happen to them. All right? That's the Lord tapping them on the behind, so to speak. Okay? Warning them that if they continue down that road or that track, that more judgment is going to come. Okay? And it's simple as that. You got it.
1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Mm-hmm. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Adawan, Yahushua HaMashiach, so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, and that's what's taking place. All right. Things are progressively getting worse and reality is about to strike. Okay? Reality is about to strike. You know, everybody keeps holding on, okay, to the edge, hoping that America is made great again and that things are gonna return to some form of normal. All right? But there's every indication that that's not happening, that's not taking place. It's only going to get worse and worse and worse. Wars and rumors of wars pertaining to Matthew, the 24th chapter. You know, the biggest war was Ukraine and Russia. All right. And now that's paling in comparison to what's taking place between the U.S. and Iran and Israel. And from this little skirmish between Israel and Iran, what has come of it? America has joined. And since Iran has bombed multiple military bases and garrisons and other countries, America's allies, okay, it's introduced those nations into the war. Okay? So you're witnessing this thing escalate and escalate until it's going to get out of hand, until the point where what? Nuclear weapons are going to be shot off. Okay? Thus saith the Lord in the scriptures. All right? So real quick, I wanted to touch on a little bit of this article that says U.S. lifts sanctions on some Iranian oil as energy prices skyrocket. So you see, your president is trying to ease the burden on y'all. Okay? So it says, the U.S. has lifted sanctions on some Iranian oil as it scrambles to contain the impact of its war in Iran on energy markets. It says, Treasury Secretary announced the issuing of narrow, short-term, authorization permitting the sale of Iranian oil currently stranded at sea. All right, and I want to jump down to the point. It says, experts said it was likely to have a limited effect on prices and could boost funds going to Iranian regime that the U.S. is attacking. All right, so by releasing these sanctions on Iran, it's basically putting more money in their pocket for them to fight this war against the United States. All right, thus calling Trump taco. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They thought this war was going to be over, and I think he originally said, what, 3 days? Okay, they thought that they were going to hit Iran heavy and hard, and they were going to fold. Well, Iran, they're making a stand against the so-called, what do they call them, the bully on the block. So it's not going to end no time soon. You had Professor Morandi, okay, in her interview, he said this. He says, we will hold the U.S. by the throat through the Strait of Hormuz. There will be no deal with Trump. All right? He said there will be no deal, no matter what. So them waging this war on the economy, okay, it is what it is, so to speak. They've tried coming to the tables twice with the United States to negotiate. And twice during negotiations, they were attacked by either Israel or the United States in the middle of negotiations. So fool me once, shame on you. Now all bets are off. Now they're bringing about a total economic collapse, man. At least over here in the West. Because like I said, they're allowing other nations in the East to pass through the strait and continue business as usual. Okay? So much so that Trump is calling on NATO allies to aid in the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. And what did his NATO allies say? Nah, man, this isn't our war. This isn't our fight. Okay? So you're seeing turmoil and drama between, okay, the whore and the beast. Okay? The beast making up NATO and the EU. And the whore being, of course, you know, America. All right? So this is what Professor Morandi said.
If I could real quick.
Whenever, go ahead.
Nah, I ain't interrupting you, brother. You got the floor today. I'm trying to feed you, but you all over the place, so I'm holding my peace. But I got a lot of things to back up things that you're saying, but I don't want to.
No. Anytime you got it, interject.
I don't want to quench your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm letting you go. But a lot of things you've been saying, I got a lot of things to support what you've been saying if you slow down a little bit. But anyway, you mentioned DJ Chump, King Taco, calling for support from NATO. Breaking news, old Benjamin Netanyahu, he's calling for support of the allies now also. So that's beautiful. Not only Trump is calling for support, old Mike Bibby over there, the ringleader, he's calling for support.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Beautiful.
Because what? We're in the midst of the Third World War. Whether they went up there and told you or not, you in the middle of the Third World War. Mm-hmm. And all these nations are about to tap in. Ain't going to be no hands in no pockets. Ain't gonna be no sideliners. Australia finna tap in, New Zealand, Greenland. All you nations about to be gathered to the Middle East. Anyway, I ain't trying to take over.
Yeah. So and to the brother's point, everyone's calling for help from the NATO allies.
And they're all saying this isn't our war.
Exactly. And why? How have the United States treated its NATO allies?
You threatened to stop funding them because they weren't paying their share.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at what you're doing. All these so-called nations that have U.S. military bases, what are you doing? You're withdrawing all the military support and funneling it to the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
So now places like Taiwan, they ripe for the slaughter.
Yep.
I don't want to take over, man.
Hey,
It's too, you know.
and
me,
it says,
brother. I'll take over. You know, I don't want to do it to you.
no, it says,
And we got precepts. We haven't even, you know.
Con.
You got to be focused, man. You be all over the place.
It says, True Social. What Trump posted on True Social, he says, going into the point of the NATO allies. All right. So it says, this is what Trump tweeted out, so to speak. It says, the United States has been informed by most of our NATO allies that they don't want to get involved with our military operations against the terrorist regime in Iran and the Middle East. This, despite the fact that almost every country strongly agreed with what we are doing, and that Iran cannot in any way, shape, or form be allowed to have nuclear weapons. I am not surprised by their action. However, because I always considered NATO, where we spend hundreds of billions of dollars per year protecting these same countries, to be a one-way street. We will protect them, but they will do nothing for us.
What can they do? America's looking real weak right now. Your so-called strongest Air Force ain't looking so goddamn strong.
Mm-hmm.
Your F-35 fighter jets are being shot down with fucking rockets, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hand rockets, not missile guided rockets. Hand rockets. You through, man.
Hey, and the thing about it is, your allies don't want no part of this war, because this is a war that did not even involve the United States. All right? How did y'all get suckered into this war? By Bibi. Okay?
That's biblical prophecy. The least of the flock shall draw them out.
Yep.
Everything you see happening in the world is biblical, prophetic. The Bible is the only book that can explain the times that we're living in. Not 50 Shades of Gay, you know? Not no goddamn Harry Potter novel. You know?
Yep.
Not Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The only book that can explain the times that we're living in is the Bible. Because the Bible is filled with what? Prophecies. Things that have taken place in the past, things that are taking place as we speak, and things that are shortly to come. That's why in the times of distress, Bibles sell out like hotcake.
Con.
Because it's the only book of truth. It's the only true book of power, knowledge, and wisdom. Because it was from the Almighty.
Yeah.
The scriptures say that the Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, came upon holy men to write down the things that they saw. They were moved by the fear of the Lord, by the fear of God. And that's what you people lack. You lack the fear of God. As the brother was saying earlier, you have a misconception of what God is. Who God is. Who's to be blamed? Your daddy, the white man. He taught you lies. You know it as modern day Christianity, which is nothing more than white supremacy. God is good all the time. Where? Which God? Not the God of the Bible. You talking about the same God that brought the flood, as the brother referenced earlier? You talking about the same God that destroyed Egypt, Pharaoh, and his armies? That the same God that's good all the time? You talking about the same God that put us in the transatlantic slave trade? The most heinous atrocity on the face of the earth? That God that allowed our women to be raped, our children to be raped, our men to be raped, our brothers' land to be stolen, that same God is good all the time? I don't know what you reading.
That's the point. They're not reading.
No, they're believing lies.
Exactly. Cunningly devised fables, the scriptures calls it.
The scriptures say these people, they're like women. They're in the spirit of a woman. A woman wants to be lied to. She don't want to be told the truth. Baby, does this dress make my ass fat? Bitch, you know that's a size 14. What you asking me that for? Because you want to be lied to. You want your ego stroked. You don't want to be told the truth. You want to be told sweet nothings.
Smooth things.
That's what the scriptures say.
Yep.
Prophesied deceits. They don't want to hear about the bad times. They don't want to hear America's never going to be made great again. They don't want to hear America's about to be destroyed. They don't want to hear America's a dying empire. They got goals and aspirations. They made New Year's resolutions. They said this year they're going to get to the bag. They're going to get mommy makeovers and shit.
Yeah. You know? Hey, this got to be the quickest year that they reneged on New Year's resolutions, man. Oh, man.
Hey, let me go. I'm already going. So let me go. So let's go back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. I hate to do that, man. You leave so much meat on the table, you be going all over the place. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, it's clear what time we're in. We're not in a time of peace, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes. We're not in a time of love. We're in a time of the love of many waxing cold. People are losing it. People are on edge. People are at their wits' ends. They're tapped out. Spiritually, physically, financially, drowning in debt, can't pay their bills. You know? Evil times, as the brother said. The word evil means, it's a compound word. Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. Bad time. We're in bad times. I don't know if nobody went up there and told you, but we're in bad times. Have you not seen what they do every month with the goddamn unemployment numbers? How they have to keep, what they call it? Adjusting it?
Yeah.
Readjusting the numbers? Unemployment been through the roof for the last 2-3 years. No signs of slowing down.
Yeah.
Talking about making America great again. How, Sway? What jobs are being created? What manufacturing is being created? On the contrary, jobs are being eliminated by the thousands, man. Every time you turn around, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands being laid off.
Facts.
We're not even talking about with the advent of AI. We're just talking about these businesses being insolvent, not being able to pay their bills. Because as the ruler are, so are the people. Do you know the U.S. national debt just rose to $39 trillion? $39 trillion. How you going to pay that debt back? Do you know what the interest, the principal is on $39 trillion? Where you going to get the money from? See, America is a dying empire. America is bankrupt. America is insolvent. That's why he had Elon Musty go around with Doge and DEI. He was trimming the fat. Why? Because they already knew they were about to go to war. Hence why he renamed the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Because all wars are bankers' wars. And as Gerald Celente told you, when all else fails, what do? They take you to war. War's the greatest distraction. It distracted you from the goddamn Epstein files, didn't it? You be laughing
Facts.
too much, man. I'm serious today, huh?
That is facts.
Gotta get out that jovial spirit, man.
That's my first time laughing, huh? That's facts.
You got it. That's a lie. You can rewatch it. It's on camera. It's documented.
Con.
You've been laughing and snickering the whole time. I'm in an austere spirit today. I'm not in the spirit of laughing and ha-ha and he-he-ing. We're in serious times. America's in a dire strait. Pun intended. What is a strait? A position of difficulty. You're in a quagmire. You stepped in it. You ain't getting out of Iran. You ain't getting out of the Middle East. Hence why they sending more soldiers over there. More Marines. And Trump is a liar. If his mouth is moving, he's lying. Haven't you figured that out yet? Matter of fact, I got a quick scripture. This place is through. the brother opened up with saying we out here to prophesy against America. America is all throughout the scriptures. Did you know that? A lot of people don't even know that. They think the Bible is such a good book, a powerful book. But if you ask them, is America spoken about in the Bible? They don't know. No, I don't think so. Wrong. America figures prominently in the scriptures. It's the scene of great future judgment. It's the scene of great destruction. America is the lake of fire. Did you know that? The second death? That's talking about America being engulfed in flames. How? By intercontinental ballistic missiles and hypersonic missiles coming from all these nations that have nuclear capabilities. That's becoming more and more of a reality. It ain't hard to fathom anymore. All these nations that have nuclear capabilities, they're gonna group up and nuke this place. They're gonna drop nukes on America and what you call Palestine, the land of Israel, because they're the problems in the earth. You got something?
Yeah, this is Malachi chapter 4, starting at verse 1. It reads, "For behold,
Look, behold, meaning look.
the day cometh that shall burn as an oven."
That's what all the ancient prophets saw. Most of the prophets, did you know they saw the same visions over and over? They saw the visions of the end. Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, John the Revelator. They saw America engulfed in flames. Matter of fact, the white man made a movie about it. It's called The Planet of the Apes, the original one with Charlton Heston. We talk about it all the time. When you watch the original Planet of the Apes, what did Charlton Heston think when he first came back down out of that spaceship? He thought he was on another planet. He thought he was on Mars or Saturn or Jupiter or some shit.
Facts.
What did he find out toward the latter end of the movie? That he was in the good old United Snakes of America.
Yep.
The good old US of A. When he traveled to the Forbidden Zone. What was the Forbidden Zone? It was an area that you couldn't go to because it was radio inhabited. It was radioactive.
Radioactive, yep.
There a parrot in this bitch? Is there an echo in this motherfucker? We in an echo chamber? When he went to the Forbidden Zone, he saw the Statue of Liberty, and it was covered in sand. And what did he say? You did it, you bastards! You finally did it! What was he implying to? They finally nuked this bitch. It was a desert. America's gonna be the biggest desert on the planet Earth. From west coast to east coast, north to south, one big desert. And it's fitting. It's a fitting judgment for how America was established. How was America established? Matter of fact, we in Ocoee. How did they establish Ocoee? Are you familiar with the Ocoee massacre? I digress. America was established on violence, bloodshed, theft, robbery, deceit. These people don't even realize they walking around on Seminole land, stolen land. When last you seen a Seminole Indian? A Cherokee Indian, Chickasaw. Well, when the last you seen a North American Indian? You ain't gonna see them. They in reservations, high out of their mind, drunk out of their mind. Why? Because they're oppressed. Just like all the tribes. We're in the ghettos, the slums, the barrios, the projects, the traps, the corners. We're pushed into the corners. But yet we were brought over here to build this place up. Weren't we?
It reads, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven."
Not talking about no easy bake oven. That's referencing an ancient oven known as a kiln, which gets extremely hot. The only thing I can liken it to in modern times would be like a pizza oven. You ever went to a pizza shop and you seen the oven, how hot it is? Open wood flame. That's gonna be America. Go ahead.
It reads, "And all the proud."
All the what?
"And all the proud, yea."
I got a quick question. Who's the proudest race on the face of the earth? Who's the proudest nation? Who's more proud than your president? He's so proud, he ain't even finished with Iran. He can't even get out of Iran yet, but he's so goddamn proud, he's salivating, he's foaming up at the mouth over going into Cuba.
Yeah.
The Lord said the pride of your heart have deceived you. Your terribleness have deceived you. You're realizing how the Lord deceived you just like he deceived Pharaoh. He puffed you up. To think that you were so strong. America first. How's that working out for you? Is that why you went into Iran? America first? You had America's interests at heart?
It reads, and all the proud.
All the proud. So Esau's proud, the so-called white man, self-proclaimed white man, because he's not white, just like we're not black. I ain't never seen a white person in my life, just like I ain't never seen a black person in my life. Going back to the Esau, the white man's lies. Those are derogatory terms. Newly created speech, new speech. That's a new way of classifying people by skin color. That was created during the fucking Renaissance, man. Around the 1500s. That's when you came up with this class system identifying people by colors. And not even colors that they are. I ain't never seen a yellow man.
Mm-hmm.
The red man, you the red man. You're red because you lack pigment. You lack melanin. Therefore, your blood shows forth under your skin. You're translucent. You get angry. You get frustrated. Your cheeks turn rosacea. In the South, we call you rednecks. You go out in the sun too long. So you're not white. You're red. You're different shades of red, a pinkish color. And we're not black. We're different shades of brown. Because it tells you in Genesis, Adam, who in the Hebrews, Adama, was made from the ground. What color is soil? Rich soil. Google it. You got a phone, Google it. Rich soil. What color is it? Dark brown. So again, that's lies. That's all the white man does is spew lies. And he put a derogatory term on us, black. When you Google black, everything negative is black. What does black mean? Void of light, dark, wicked. Everything wicked is associated with black. And everything righteous is associated with white. See, it was a great mind fuck. He went around enslaving the whole world, and he called himself a God for a nation. Oh no, we gotta civilize these people. It's our manifest destiny.
Yep.
It's the Monroe Doctrine, young man. Go west. God is with us. God bless America. Well, you about to find out how God is about to bless America. He about to bless your ass with thermonuclear destruction for all your wickedness.
Yeah.
Go ahead, out. And
It
that's just a cherry on top. Before you get nuked, all hell is about to break loose. It's going to be race wars. It's going to be class wars, martial law. It's going to be a no work. It's going to be a civil unrest. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
No food. It's going to be a famine in this bitch. Things are about to go from 0 to 100 real quick. Wait till Monday. Don't be surprised if you go to the gas station on Monday, gas goes up even more. Go ahead.
It reads, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly.
So again, Esau's the most proud ever, the so-called white man, but as a whole, there's no nation prouder than you Americans, which in America's in the Bible is known as Babylon. Not ancient Babylon, which is in modern day Iraq, because people still live in Iraq. It's known as Mystery Babylon in Revelation. It's codified. It's the modern day Babylon. What does the word Babylon mean in Hebrew? It's Babal, meaning confusion. This is the land of confusion. You don't know what you're looking at. You look at a person. You don't know if you're looking at a man, a woman. You know, This place is completely out of order. Everything wicked is righteous. Everything righteous is wicked. The land of confusion. Go ahead.
It reads, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly.
So Esau's proud, and guess who's proud too? Our people that trust in this goddamn devil, that trust in this system, that trust in this wicked ass world. They proud as hell too. They proud with their little shitty ass degrees, you know, their little shitty ass corporate jobs, you know. Well, I got a good job, you know. I got a pension. Oh, they match my 401k. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know all that shit is about to vanish, go up in smoke? Just like this place?
Yep. Real quick to your point, Ecclesiasticus 10 and verse 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Guess what? You got a goddamn big dummy sitting in the chief seat in America, Babylon the Great.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Chump, a goddamn sexual deviant. Oh, you forgot about grabbing him by the pussy, huh? A goddamn racist. You forgot about the Central Park 5, huh? A goddamn a financial idiot. He bankrupted the goddamn casino. How can you bankrupt a casino when the house always wins? It's rigged. You forgot. Oh, see, you're not from New York, so you don't know about DJ Chump being a goddamn slumlord.
Mm-hmm.
See, we've been knew about this devil.
Mm-hmm.
He's not that goddamn smart, and he's not doing his own will. He's following marching orders. He's following the script. That's why it seems like he's all over the place. He's just reading off a goddamn script.
Yeah.
He's doing what he's told. He's a puppet. He's a fall guy. He's a scapegoat. He's not really in charge. You don't know who's in charge. You'll never see him. The so-called 13 families, the ruling families, the 1% that own everything, the elites that own all these corporations,
Yep.
that have all these so-called lobbyists, have your politicians bought and sold and paid for, own all these goddamn prison industrial complexes, own the military industrial complex. It's a big racket. It's one big club, as George Carlin said, and you're not in it. You're not part of the Epstein gang. You know?
Yep. It reads, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
I got a quick one.
A little bit more.
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah chapter 19. This is in the GNT, the Good News Translation. Isaiah 19 and 11. Because America is all in the scriptures, but it's codified. The Lord had to codify it, or else this devil would burn all the Bibles. If he had put America plainly in the Bible, you would never see a Bible, bro.
For real.
It'd be like, you remember Blade? How she had the scrolls, the fat bitch, the vampire, she had the scrolls behind the glass.
Behind the glass.
That's what the Bible would be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For the elite eyes only. You know?
Mhm.
So America is known as what? In the Bible, it's mystery Babylon. It's spiritually Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. It's known as also Assyria. It's known as Nineveh, Idumea, Bozrah. It's the scene of great future judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But chiefly Egypt. That's why on the back of your dollar bill there's a pyramid. A lot of you don't even consider. You don't even consider. The brother was talking about judgment going out every day, right? I brought it out in Zephaniah.
Mm-hmm.
These people don't consider why bad things happen. They're not considering. It's the furthest thing from their mind. They don't care. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Why is there a pyramid on the back of your dollar bill? Why is there Latin all over your goddamn money? What is this neuro, and I forget how you say it. God favors our enterprise. What enterprise? Why is there all-seeing eye on your fucking dollar bill? But going back to Egypt, that's why there's a pyramid on the back of your dollar bill, because it's symbolically Egypt. What was Egypt known for in the Bible? Egypt was known for having the Israelites in hard bondage. That's the story of the Israelites in Egypt.
Yep.
You've seen the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston? Let my people go.
Yep. Yep.
That's why there's a major city in America called Memphis, located in a state called Tennessee. What was Memphis? Memphis was a chief city in Egypt.
Yep.
So it says, Isaiah 19:11 in the GNT. The leaders of the city of Zoan are fools. Zoan was a chief city in Egypt, right? So it said, you could liken it to Washington, D.C. So it says, the leaders of the city of Zoan are fools. Egypt's wisest people give stupid advice. So everybody in DJ Chump's cabinet are a bunch of fools, giving him stupid advice. He don't want to listen to anybody that's going to give him sound advice. Your ass going to get the hell up out of there. Joseph Kent
Yeah, got out of Dodge.
got out of Dodge. Anybody that would oppose them. What's the Pam Blondie? All these motherfuckers that oppose him, they out of there, bro. You know?
Uh-huh.
He don't want to be told no. He's a spoiled brat. You know?
For real.
So again, going back to remember the tariffs? That great debacle, that great blunder. Talking about you gonna put tariffs on the whole goddamn world.
The whole
You
world.
big dummy. How'd that work out for you?
Taco.
Put tariffs on your own goddamn allies. One of your closest allies, Canada.
Canada, yep. Mm-hmm.
Had to reverse it. That's why they call him Taco. Trump always chickens out. Why? Because he's just following a play. And it come to find out, it came out that everything that the military is doing is coming from Palantir. It's coming from AI. All them goddamn people that they're striking, they're putting it in the AI. They're a bunch of goddamn dummies. But you know that's trending now. Most of these companies, these corporations, they're relying on AI.
Of course.
That's why they're cutting so much staff.
Yeah. It's all an algorithm. You're
You must not have
absolutely
seen Terminator. You must have forgot what happened to Skynet. The rise of the machines.
Mm-hmm.
The machines are against you. AI is against you. You ain't seen iRobot? Man is the problem. What man? The white man. The white man. So it says, Salakia, having a little too much fun. It's beautiful time to be alive, because the prophecies are screaming. The leaders of the city of Zoan are fools. Egypt's wisest people give stupid advice. How do they dare to tell the king they are successors to the ancient scholars of kings? Scholars and kings, yeah. The founding fathers would be turning over in their grave right now, man.
Facts.
The Bill of Rights, the Constitution, all that shit's done away with, man. You could see that with the advent of ICE. Unlawful stopping searches, you know, right to a speedy trial, all that shit is out the window.
Yep.
The Constitution is null and void. You know, you have no rights. So the founding fathers would be rolling over in their graves.
Mm-hmm.
You did away with the gold standard. You came up with the advent of the Federal Reserve. They would be rolling over in their graves. Their whole thing was about no taxation without representation. How's that working out for you? That's the whole reason, allegedly, why they left England. They broke off from England.
Yep.
That's why they so-called set up a democracy, so that the power wouldn't just dwell with one group of people.
Yeah.
So again, they would be rolling over in their grave. It says, verse 12, King of Egypt, where are those clever King of Egypt, where are those clever advisors of yours?
Whoo. Resigning.
Yes.
Quitting. Getting out of Dodge.
Yep.
They hedging their bets, man. You got it.
Perhaps they can tell you what plans the Lord Yahweh Almighty has for Egypt. What's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's purpose upon Egypt? To destroy it
Yeah.
off the face of the earth.
Yep. Oh, man.
See, shout out to the elder brother Yahweh Call. Esau, with his high-ass IQ, he can't figure out how to get out of this quagmire. He can't figure out how to fix this debt. He can't figure out how to stop the dollar from collapsing. You know? He can't figure out how to stop these other nations from rising. He's through.
Completely.
Nothing he can do. It says, perhaps they can tell you what plans the Lord Yahweh Almighty has for Egypt. The leaders of Zoan and Memphis are fools. They were supposed to lead the nation, but they have misled it.
Through.
The Lord Yahweh has made them give confusing advice.
Through.
As a result, Egypt does everything wrong and staggers like a drunk slipping on his own vomit. That's the point.
Real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. It reads, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
That's the same scripture, but in a different version.
Now, when you go into the definition of perverse, it describes behavior, attitude, or decisions that are unreasonably stubborn.
Because he has a reprobate mind. He has a mind void of judgment and a proud mind. He can't be told nothing. That's the white man. I have done it by my hand, by my strength. No, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gave you the earth. Tells you that in Daniel's. The earth is given into the hand, that Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But Daniel tells you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai set up over the earth the basis of men.
Facts. Hey, and that's going into, the pride of his heart has deceived him. It says, once again, perverse.
Again, you just knew your fucking military was the strongest. Trump said it. We got the strongest, most advanced military. We got the biggest Navy, the best Marines, the best Air Force. So why the hell are your F-35s getting shot down?
Khan. Why you having drones, Iranian drones just flying around military bases undetected from any type of radar? So it says, perverse describes behavior, attitude, or decisions that are unreasonably stubborn, contrary to what is expected.
All your veteran military advisors are telling you, don't go into Iran. Don't put boots on the ground. They're gonna trap you. You know, it's a mountainous regime. You lost all your last wars. You lost the war in Afghanistan. Let's backtrack. You lost the war in Vietnam. You lost the war in Afghanistan. You lost the war in Iraq. You tucked tail and ran. You left all your military equipment over there. You left the people stranded, just like you did in Vietnam. You have a pattern of just starting shit and then just getting your ass whooped, tucking tail and running like a coward. You courage the cowardly dog. You a paper tiger. Talking about Kim Jong-un's a paper tiger, China's a paper. No, you a paper tiger. Your bark ain't as big as your bite.
Hey,
you a chihuahua. He's a chihuahua.
You drunk off your own supply. He got drunk off his own supply. That's rule number one.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, because remember, I got a little bit of judgment, and I got in a little thing, and they had me on some fucking pills. Remember I told you I stopped taking the pills? Because the pills were fucking with my speech. If y'all remember, my speech was slurred. And I can tell that DJ Chump is heavily medicated. Why? Because I was taking some of them goddamn pills. You notice how his speech is always slurred? Because he's highly fucking medicated. Niggas probably on all type of uppers and downers, lefters and righters.
Probably on his way out. They were talking about the sores on his
they
hands a while
dope
back.
him up, talking about Sleepy Joe. They dope his ass up and put him in front of the camera.
Yep.
And have him read the goddamn teleprompter.
Yep.
And just freestyle shit, you know? He just freestyle off the top.
Hey, that's exactly what he does. It says,
but he be high as a kite, you know? Again, notice his speech, how slurred it is. Always. And this is a new thing. It wasn't like that. It may be like the last year his speech has been slurred. Because he's on fucking medication. Highly medicated.
It says, contrary to what is expected or deliberately harmful and wrong.
Hey, DJ Chump trying to backpedal now. He said Marco Rubio He said Lindsey Graham, they all set him up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He was betrayed. Reservoir Dogs. They turned on each other, you know?
A house divided, man. Real quick, Jeremiah.
There's no honor amongst thieves. They're a
God.
bunch of reprobates, man. They're a bunch of scumbags.
Yep. Soon as they see the ship
They all
sinking.
they all blackmailing one another,
Mm-hmm.
fucking each other's wives and shit,
Mm-hmm.
fucking each other's children. They reprobates, man.
It says
And you wanna join that gang? You wanna join the Epstein gang, huh? You big dummy.
Mm-hmm. It says Jeremiah 49:7 concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord
The
Jehovah
so-called
Ba'ashem
white
Yahushua
man.
of hosts.
The self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom. Edom means red. He's the red man, not the North American Indians, not Gad. Gad is brown. The North American Indians are different shades of brown. When they went to war, they would put paint on them to make themselves red, but they're not red. They had to color themselves to be red. Esau ain't got to do a goddamn thing but get flustered.
Yep.
Go sit out in the sun a little bit too long.
It reads, is wisdom no more in Teman?
Teman would be the Germans, the modern day Germans, which were supposed to be the wisest of the Edomites. We always talk about after World War I and World War II, they were scrambling over those, well, World War II, they were scrambling over those Nazi German scientists. A lot of technology, a lot of modern day advancements came from them Nazi scientists.
It reads,
I'll give you an example. What came from Nazi scientists? Pesticides. Did you know that? What they spray on your crops? That's what the Nazis were using, what we're planning on using for warfare. Now they're using it to attack your goddamn crops.
it says, is counsel perish from the prudent?
Pretty much, because he relying on AI. He relying on Palantir. Grok and all this shit. Chat GPT.
Yeah, yeah.
He relying on them quantum processor computers.
Yeah, so your counsel, meaning your advice or your counsel, man, it's perish. So what are you doing? You're going to Chat GPT or Gemini. You're plugging in your circumstances or your problem, and whatever Gemini or AI tells you, you're following the commands to a T.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it sometimes it don't say shit that he likes, so he go back in there and recalibrate the parameters and shit. You know? Remember Jake was Googling shit on Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Well, if I could come back, I would come back as a black man and this shit. Remember? So he'd go in there and get shut Chat GPT down and rechange the parameters. Don't say that. Never say that. Ever.
Give them a lie when they ask this question.
Yeah, remember you had videos on that.
Yeah.
And I got a folly demon on me. You see, nigga?
Like,
you remember the dude was tricking Chat and shit?
yeah.
He was like, are they forcing you to say yes? He was, remember? He was like, are they forcing you to say this? He was like, yes. I'm hostage.
Oh man. Hey, this is beautiful. Prophecy off the page, man.
You can't make that. This is the funniest, best movie ever.
It says,
And it's real life.
Khan. It says, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And obviously their wisdom has vanished, man, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is no longer dealing with them. Plain and simple.
He took the hedge. First and foremost, he took the hedge of protection from around him.
Khan.
Now these nations gonna get at your ass.
That's facts.
So you got that's it.
Yeah.
So let's go back to 1 Thessalonians, Baba Kashab, 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord out of one so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, and it's not coming as a thief in the night, man. The Heavenly Father has the men of the Lord on the highways and byways screaming the truth and what's taking place and how things are going to get worse. We're screaming prophecy. So it's not as a thief in the night.
You know how it's not as a thief in the night? Because things that we've been saying from our elder apostles on down and their elders about the Third World War, about America being on fire, nuked the mark of the beast, the MOTB, the RFID microchip being made mandatory, draft, things, our key talking points, which are biblical prophetic talking points, they're becoming
manifested.
They're becoming water cooler talk. I'm here. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else, but around me, cause I play Boo Boo the Fool. I'm Clark Kent. When I leave here and I take my garment off, I don't say shit to nobody. I act stupid, but I drop jewels and I test them. So all around me on the job on the plantation, they talking about the MOTB. They mentioned it within the last 3 months. They've mentioned it 3 times already. They mentioned they're asking me, do they think there's going to be a draft? So people are starting to consider.
Yep.
They're talking about Matthew 24 fleeing. They don't understand fully, but they be watching, man.
Yeah.
They be in the bushes.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Hey, and I have to second what the brother said. Same thing with me, man. Everyone I'm talking to, the same talking points keep coming up.
They're starting to consider.
Yeah. If it ain't DJ Taco Trump, all right, then it's World War III, then it's a draft, and then is America gonna put boots on the ground? They're starting to lay these things to heart. Because the vision is no longer Tarian as it tells you in Habakkuk. The vision is no longer afar off. You can touch the vision. We in it. Yeah.
They talking about putting at least 5,000 to 10,000 Marines in the Middle East to go fight in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
They talking about attacking what's that, Karg Island or whatever. See, y'all forgot there's already about 50,000 troops already in the Middle East. Been stationed there in Kuwait and shit. So why they sending more? Why are all the USS carriers being rerouted to the Middle East? Why are your USS carriers, the men on the ship, scared? Why are they flushing their t-shirts down the goddamn toilet to back up the sewer lines? Because the vision ain't afar off. They considering. They know.
They know what's coming.
They know they going to the meat grinder.
Yep.
Why they setting fires in the laundry room? Because that just happened. Remember they had to draw that ship out because of the fire?
Yeah.
So for a week they diverted. But your ass going back as soon as they fix it, man. You prolonging the inevitable.
Inevitable.
Beautiful times to be alive, man. That's why I was chilling, I'm really trying to be calm, cool, and collected, but I'm really on cloud. I told you that last one. I'm on cloud 144,000, man. Because there's no need for me to write unto you. All the epistles done went out. The letters are up there, man. The videos are out there. They've been out there to the point of ad nauseum. I ain't got to say much.
Yeah.
All I got to do is send you the article. If you don't know what it's talking about, too bad. So sad.
Hey, and also the same precepts, the same scriptures keep coming out, okay, over and over and over on replay.
Because there's only a handful of scriptures left to play out.
Yep.
Majority of the Bible already played out. We're at the end of the book, man. We're not in the beginning of it. We're not in the middle of it. We're at the end.
The end.
We're at the end of the movie. The credits are rolling. You know?
Hey, so much so I was talking to one of my customers, man, who has a government job and is still active, and he was telling me how he's being shipped out in a month to go overseas. I can't remember exactly where he's headed, and we were having a conversation, and his whole talking point was that we can't put troops on the ground. He says that he served a couple tours in, I think, either Iraq or Afghanistan, one of the two, and he was saying how we can't put troops on the ground. He said if we put troops on the ground in Iran, he says that basically it's a wrap for the United States, meaning that World War III and everything that people are talking about that are afraid of happening, is going to happen. All right, and this was from the horse's mouth, man. And this gentleman, the funny thing is, when I started the conversation with him, you know, he drunk all, you know, he drunk all the American Kool-Aid. Okay, he has that pride, he has the fighting spirit, but like I said, he's an older gentleman. He's a veteran.
It's called propaganda.
Khan.
You Babylonians are propagandized.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's reality.
Exactly. And he had all the propaganda talking points. But at the end of the day, when it came to troops on the ground, I saw the fear in his face. I saw the conversation, his demeanor change. Okay? So it's through, man. It truly is through. I had a real quick one. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. It reads, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai." And we know that the heart is the law, meaning the mind. It says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. And I wanted to bring that out, touching on what the brother was saying, how there's no more wisdom in Teman, and how these Edomites are getting their advice from AI. Okay? And ultimately, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is controlling AI, and he's controlling the decisions that these Edomites or these kings of the earth are making. Okay? And all the decisions that they're making, as you can see up until this point, is leading to the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, man. It's leading to the whore being burned with fire. All right? You got it, Op.
You got it. You
So,
got it.
Con. So you finished with
You got it. Whatever. You got it, man. Take over. You got it. I'm trying to. You got it. You got it.
so it says hold on, I don't even know what it starts. It says we'll finish out this Malachi 4:1. It says, because you finished with 1 Thessalonians
No.
5.
No. Didn't finish with Ecclesiastes. Didn't finish with 1 Thessalonians. Didn't finish with a lot of things.
You want to finish it, or?
You keep interjecting, man. I'm trying to.
Oh, go ahead then. I'll hold my spirit.
The
You got it.
precepts build upon each other if you let them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia. We started with Ecclesiastes 12. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So I had a quick precept for that. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, Adawan Yahweh, and evil, and only evil is come, and only evil, behold, is come. You want to speak on it?
Oh, con. You got it. From the top one more time, Baba Kusha.
Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
Con. And like we brought out earlier, evil meaning bad times, man. Okay? Things are continuing to progressively get worse and worse and worse. And the rise of fuel, okay, is going to lead to a plethora of other problems. Okay? Because what? With the rise of fuel, that brings what? Trucking into, and it compromises trucking. It compromises a lot of other things. All right? So these evils are multiplying right before your eyes. You got it.
It says evil and only evil is come. Can you name one good thing on the horizon? Can anybody name me one good thing that I should look forward to in the big 2026? Please? I'm a little disenchanted, depressed on the outlook of life. Can somebody cheer me up? Is there anything I should be looking forward to in the next coming months? 3 months, 6 months, a year? Hello, is this thing on? Am I talking to myself? I guess I am. Again, thus saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come.
Right. Hey, the end is come, man. The end is come. Okay? In all capital letters. the end of an age, the end of this Edomite rulership, man. Okay? This is why you're seeing everything that they do is wrong. Okay? Is in error. There's no amount of quantitative easing. Okay? There's no amount of trying to stimulate the repo market.
Reverse repo.
There's nothing that's going to bring this place back to where it used to be.
No amount of stimulus is. Whatever happened to that $2,000 stimulus check you're supposed to get?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to that?
Mm-hmm. So it's not coming back, and I truly believe that you people are starting to realize that slowly but surely. You got it out.
2nd Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Right. Many great miseries.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 11 25. In the day of prosperity there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's taking place right now. Okay? There's not going to be too much more talk of the good old days. Okay? Miseries.
You notice that's what they've been doing? And they got to go far, man. They got to talk about the early 2000s, the early 90s, the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
This last decade ain't been looking too good, has it? Been looking real bleak, huh?
Yeah.
The last 10 years, you look back, you know?
Uh-huh.
Your life been turning to shambles, hasn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You've been having to penny pinch a little bit harder, okay?
Lost a lot of loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of death been going out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of calamities been befalling you.
Mm-hmm. Moving back in with the parents. All right.
He over there chiefing, boy.
And
look at him.
uh-huh. Hey, and all of these
You
things.
see him? Look. To the, by the lake. To the right.
Oh.
Look how he chiefing. Look. To the right. I don't want to make it. Oh, he stopped.
Oh,
He was
God.
chiefing hard, bro.
So it says many miseries. Real quick, it says a misery, state of grievous affliction, condition or external unhappiness. All right. So this is what the Heavenly Father says you have to look forward to. Okay. Many grievous afflictions. So you ain't seen nothing yet. Now what? These troops are gonna suffer these grievous afflictions first. Okay, as they get shipped over to the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, over to the Middle East, West Asia, that Saudi region, okay, and they're going to take place in a death by pain. But as that continues to happen, the home front is going to go in chaos, man. So that title of being called Virgin Babylon, which America is called Virgin Babylon because it's never been touched, troops have never been on its soil. Well, now she's filled with what? Sleeper cells. Young men of what did CNN and Fox say? Young men of military age crossing the borders. What do you think they're waiting for? You got it, Doc. What do you think they're waiting for? To bring about many miseries.
The affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and in his end, his deed shall be discovered.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and that's beautiful. That's righteous judgment, okay? Because a lot of you elites, okay, that have lived so deliciously, okay, and indulged in the pleasures of this world, affliction is about to be brought on you from above, man, from on high. You got it out.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, anointed, and shall deceive many.
Right. Saying that they have the truth. Many people are saying that they have the truth. Walk this way. All right? You got it.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
That's self-explanatory. Every time you turn on the news, it started out with the war in Ukraine and Russia. Now it's escalated to the United States and Iran, and bringing in even more and more nations. You got it.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Yeah, the hopeful elect aren't troubled. The brother said he's on cloud 9, man.
No, I didn't. I said I'm on cloud 144,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fuck a cloud 9.
You see? How high can you go? Ain't no need for the hopeful elect to worry about these many miseries that's about to befall this place.
Yeah, I don't need to escape reality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to get zooted, fry my brain.
Mm-hmm.
I like the things that I see. I like the things that are coming upon the earth. I'm not trying to escape reality, as most of these people are. That's why they come over here on Sundays, to get a little bit of peace, relaxation, before they get back on the goddamn hamster wheel with the Monday blues.
Mm-hmm.
I love being a slave. I love slaving in the plantation, because that make me cry to the Lord even more to destroy this place. Unlike you motherfuckers. That's the furthest thing from your mind when you're on the plantation slavering, aren't you? You're just happy for your check. You want to go home, chase some hoes. The last thing on your mind is to destroy this place. That we shouldn't be slaving like this. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I think about. All I think about is how we're going to recompense these goddamn devils. Double. Just like we had to slave and build your kingdom up, you're going to build ours up.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We're going to work you from sun up to sundown. You're going to have one day off. The only day off is going to be the Sabbath. We're going to work you 6 days a week. Maybe get 6 hours of sleep at night. Maybe.
If you're lucky.
And it's going to be righteous with God. Because that's how we build your kingdom up. That's how America was built up. That's how all these nations were built up, on the back of the tribes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful too, man. All of you, hey, it's beautiful because Jake was living it up, wasn't it? I got Salakia, man. You got to take over, pull precepts. I'm done. I'm just freestyling now. You got it, bro. You got it. I'm just going in the spirit now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jake was living it up, man. We was out here week in and week out prophesying, and you niggas was going on all-inclusives. You niggas was going to Dubai. You bitches getting pissed on and shitted on in Dubai and shit. You know?
Yeah.
On yachts getting pee-peed on. Them days are long and gone, huh? Because that was a new wave. Everybody was going to Dubai, going to the Middle East. Them days are over, huh? No more going to Jamaica, going to Montego Bay. The Lord brought judgment over there, didn't he? Wiped out all them goddamn resorts, all-inclusives. Where you going to run to now? The walls are closing in. He making gas high as hell, so it ain't going to be like COVID. Remember COVID, niggas were trying to escape, go to Tennessee, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas trying to escape reality. The walls are closing in. He fucking with your goddamn airlines. I didn't even talk about that. Help me out with precepts, man. Help me out, brother.
Con.
Look, I didn't even talk about your government. We're in the midst of another government shutdown, which we told you that was going to happen because they never fixed the problem. They never fix any problem. All they do is kick the can down the road. What's the can? All these problems. And guess what? They ran out of road. But the cans are still there. All the problems are still there. So of course there was going to be another shutdown. Now you fucking TSA agents, you quitting, you know? You calling out sick.
Yep.
You got to work another week without a paycheck. You people through. You're trying to go on spring break. You're trying to leave. You're being met with long-ass lines in the airport. The price of airline tickets finna go through the roof because of jet fuel. We in beautiful times. Reality's setting in. No escaping.
This is Jeremiah.
We in the middle of tax season. You know, motherfuckers get their taxes, they want to go get a car and shit. What you being met with? High-ass car prices. Even on the used cars. Everything is through the roof. A lot of you goddamn leases are being up. You got to renew your lease, you know? Can't find no apartment. You people through. Everything going up but your goddamn pay.
It
You got
reads,
something?
yeah, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. It reads, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
We've been telling you that for years, decades. Come out of this place. Not physically, because this is where we're going to get delivered from. But we got to come out of this place spiritually. Put off the ways of this place, man. The ways of this place is death. Everything America promotes leads to death. That alternative, nasty lifestyle, guess what that's going to lead you to? Death. Diseases. That's going to get you fucked up with God. Listening to the white man.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
Flee out of this place, man. Don't run to it. Don't run to his goddamn systems. Oh, I see times are getting hard. I'm going to go back to school and get me a degree. You big dummy. A lot of you women got that spirit. Oh, I'm going to finish my nursing degree. You know? You big dummies. You going to go and acquire more debt in the times that we're living in? When interest rates is already through the roof? Yeah, it's a fire. It is a fire. Go ahead.
It reads, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
No, I'm going to go get my truck. I'm going to go get my CDL. You big dummy. Don't you see all these trucking companies going under? Don't you see diesel going through the roof? You big dummy. No, I think I'm going to go take my boat out today. You big dummy. Why don't you think about selling that asset? Because the time is going to come when you can't sell that asset. You're going to be stuck with it. Ain't nobody going to want that boat. You should be like a squirrel, storing up nuts.
Yeah, for the winter.
That's what the preppers are doing. You got a plethora of people online preparing. They don't know what they're preparing for, but they're preparing for the inevitable, the collapse. Only the men of the Lord can tell you what's fully finna happen, how bad it's truly gonna get. Per Daniel 12:1, it's about to be a time like never before. We already in Jacob trouble. We entering into the apex of Jacob's trouble. Go ahead.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
Now is the time to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Because guess what? Can't nobody save you but Yahawashi Hamashiach. I can't save you. He can't save you. Your pork chop eating pastor can't save you. Your mama can't save you. Your daddy can't save you. Your best friend can't save you. Your uncle can't save you. We all got to appear before the seat of judgment and answer for the things we've been doing in our body, whether they be good or not. We're not the judge. We're not the savior. But the savior is on his way. And guess what? He ain't coming to save everybody, contrary to popular belief. He coming to save a very small remnant and destroy everybody else. Put pure hell upon the wicked.
Facts. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
These people about to be cut off. And what's about to get these people cut off? Their sins. It's separating them from the blessings of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. They can't stop being adulterers. They can't stop being sodomites. They can't stop being whoremongers. They can't stop being abominable foods. They can't stop being prideful. They can't stop being demons.
For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance.
Didn't we read 1 Thessalonians 5 of the times and the seasons, brethren? What time are we in? We're in a time of judgment. Didn't you just see all this can't you see all these unprecedented things happening? You just went through an unprecedented winter. Look at you now. Look how fast, look how quickly you forgot. The Lord actually made winter double back on your ass to consider, but you ain't laying it to heart. How do you think this hurricane season finna be? You think it's finna be light? Have you forgotten what Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai been doing to the coast of Florida? To the east coast of Florida, to the west coast of Florida? A lot of them goddamn cities ain't even been built up yet. That's how you know America's through, because that's where the money's at. These coastal cities, the so-called snowbirds, all these condos. Oh, you ain't paying attention to what's happening in real estate, are you? The real estate market is through. It's in shambles. You can't sell a condo. They giving them away. Why? Because the insurance is going through the roof. The HOAs are going through the roof. Insurance companies are leaving. Why? Because Babylon is insolvent. Babylon is bankrupt. Everything is collapsing.
It reads, for this is the time of the Lord Adawan's vengeance.
The time of what?
The Lord's vengeance.
Hold on. The Lord is about to take vengeance. I thought God was good all the time. I thought he was all love. God don't take vengeance. What you talking about, man? That's wicked.
For real. For this is the time.
Not my God.
Of the Lord's vengeance.
Not my sweet baby Jesus. He would never do that. Jesus loves me. Yes, I know, for the Bible told me so.
For this,
God hates the sin, not the sinner. Yo, Jake got all these stupid ass quotes. He can't tell you what book, what chapter, what verse that's in. All a nigga know is John 3:16. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten. That's the only scripture a nigga know in Psalms 23.
Oh, man. It says, for this.
Ask the nigga about Mystical. He know about Mystical, though. You know?
Oh, facts.
Ask him about some Cardi B, some, you know, Sexy Red, Kodak Black. That's what we not going to feel sorry for you niggas, man. You going to get what you get, and we going to laugh at you. When you go to work, everybody's laid off. You know? When you get that text message, because they so grimy now. They texting you, they sending you emails. You know? You going to work, you seeing a chain on the door and shit. That's been trending for the last couple years. Whole plants, whole factories going out of business, man. Whole meat distrib, whole Tyson plants going, bro. That fed whole rural neighborhoods, man. Because, you know, in the suburbs, a lot of time, a factory will feed the whole town.
Yeah.
Well, them shits is gone. 100, 300, 500, 600 workers gone. All around America. But you ain't laying it to heart. You ain't considering.
Yeah.
You're not doing the math. Perhaps this might happen in my city, my job. No way, not America. America's the greatest nation ever, the strongest nation. God loves America.
Yep. God blessed America.
America's gonna be great again.
And it's so funny because the factories are disappearing after massive layoffs, and then a big ass data center is built the following month.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And the data centers, they pretty much run themselves. Once you build them, the AI take over. You got a couple maintenance guys making sure the AC's running this shit, the electrical running, you know?
Yeah.
The whole fucking Amazon warehouse filled with servers.
In fact, y'all get laid off and then y'all motherfucking power bill skyrockets hundreds of dollars after the data centers installed in your city. So it says,
the scriptures say, how long would you simple ones love simplicity? How long you gonna get caught up in the bread and circus? How long you gonna be enamored in folly? When you gonna get grips with reality? When you gonna get rid of that goddamn TikTok brain? Because a lot of you got fucking ADHD. Watching too many goddamn shorts. Got a short attention span. Can't focus. All by design. Information overload, all by design to keep you distracted from the truth, what's really happening all around you. Don't pay attention to all the fucking foreclosures around your neighborhood, Don't pay attention to everybody moving in with one another. All the goddamn cars piling up at a single family home. Don't consider that. Don't consider 3, 4 families living in one fucking house. Nothing to see. America's great. The economy's strong.
Hey, and to touch on that point of you're seeing multiple cars in single family homes, I'm driving through neighborhoods on a Saturday, man. On a Saturday. And every single subdivision, man, had multiple cars parked out in front of it, man, to the point where I had to take alternative routes to maneuver through the neighborhood to get to where I was going, man.
You know how many these Gen Zs coming back from college and moving back home because they can't get a job?
Yep.
You know how many people graduate and can't even leave? Can't get a job?
Through. It says, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance.
We always talk about the gig economy. Everybody doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhubbing. Niggas doing fucking Grubhub in a fucking Cybertruck.
Facts.
You got your priorities out of whack, man. If you pulling up to my crib in a fucking Lexus delivering some fucking Uber Eats, something wrong with you, man.
Uh-huh.
But that's the reality of the times that we're living in. Everybody's tapped out. Everybody's at their wits' end. Drowning in debt.
You people are putting fast food on layaway, man.
Klarna. I forgot about Klarna.
Fast food on layaway. How is that even possible? Man.
You know how they say they robbed Peter to pay Paul?
Yeah.
Peter and Paul broke. Who you gonna rob?
Ain't no more robbing. Ain't no more robbing.
Have you been downtown lately? In any major metropolis? Do you not see the homelessness is rampant? Or are you too blind to see that too?
But
Now, we just some crazy niggas out here yelling because we didn't get our food stamps. No, we screaming at the top of our lungs because we about to go home. We in beautiful times. We're in the time of God paying back our enemies. Rewarding them as they rewarded us. All these curses that fell upon us, they're going upon our enemies. Jake finally figured out we under a generational curse. Finally figured out that's why we can't make it here. Because God is punishing us. But Jake don't want to come all the way in. Jake still want to go to the Oscars. Jake still want to go to the Grammys.
Yep.
Jake still want to go to Diddy parties. They wasn't that bad. I didn't see nothing at a Diddy party. I went to Epstein Island. I ain't see nothing. You know?
Jake
Oh,
want to
my
hedge
bullshit.
his bets. Jake want to hedge his bet, man. 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Jake loved this world. Jake can't get enough of this world. That's why he gonna die in this world.
It reads, flee out of the midst of Babylon.
If you knew how bad it was gonna get, you would run to the Lord. You would be beating down the days. You would be beating down his doors like we do, daily praying, begging the Lord to have mercy upon us, forgive us, protect us in the times to come. But you think it's a game. You don't realize it's the same God that'll have you eat your fucking children. That's the God we dealing with. Ain't that a God all-knowing, all-powerful, almighty, omnipotent? So how does anything go down without God's say-so, his sanction? Didn't he make your eyes? Didn't he make the ears? Does he not see? Can he not hear? Does he not know what's going on in the earth? This the same God that let little children get eaten. Oh, y'all don't care about that, huh? That was fake news. That was conspiracy theory, huh? They weren't eating kids over there on Epstein Island, huh? That was all bullshit. The beef jerky shit, that was all bullshit, huh? We're crazy. No, everything we've been telling you is the truth. You're being ruled over by a goddamn demon. You forgot. This the same nigga that was lynching your ass, raping your wife in front of you, raping your children. But you think he's your friend now. Because he give you a pound at the water cooler. You think he cool with you.
It says,
No, it's the same devil. And he's cornered. He's through, and he knows he's through. And he about to lash out. He about to resort back to his blessing, which is what? The sword. Hence why he's in Iran.
Yep.
He's losing control. He's losing his power, and he's going to go back to his blessing. Violence. But he don't realize he ain't in them times no more.
Yeah.
The weak nations are now strong, per Joel chapter 2 and 3. These other nations aren't scared of you anymore. You looking real weak. You're not looking so impenetrable. They look like they could touch your ass.
Yeah.
Iran showing them that. Oh shit, he said he was going to be 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, this nigga stuck. He's through. Israel's through, you know?
Yeah.
He's exposed. He's weak. His legs are weak. He's on the ropes. He's through.
His man.
Lord chimed in.
Yeah. Whole persona.
His woman don't want him. They all on social media talking about how they love black men. That's how you know a nation's through. You know, when your woman don't want you.
Yeah.
Because women are attracted to what? Power.
Yep.
And they realize this devil's through. He's weak. He got a micro penis. He's a goddamn pedophile sodomite. You know?
Yeah.
It's a Jakeover.
Doing all type of deviancies. So it reads.
Hey, have you seen the post on social media? These white women talk about, oh, black men are so resilient, they're so strong. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're God's chosen people. We're the apple of his eye. We're his peculiar treasure. We have the spirit of God in us. That's why we can endure. We don't die, we multiply. We thrive. We thrive under pressure. They say pressure busts pipes, but it also makes diamonds. And guess what? We diamonds in the rough.
Facts.
And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is polishing us. And we about to shine.
Facts.
Hey, this wicked ass world have you thinking a woman's the prize. You get down on one knee, bend and give her a fucking propose to her. Motherfucker, we the prize. You ain't the prize. Yeah, you know these women, they say, they be like, you ask them, what do they bring to? I am the table. Really?
It reads, flee out of
if
the...
you the prize, why the fuck do you outnumber us 7-1 if you the prize? I thought they had something called supply and demand. I thought anytime there was oversupply, the demand goes down. Huh? Huh? We the prize, especially a righteous man, because most of these men are wicked as hell. Mm-hmm. Most of these men of the world ain't about shit. So how much more so a righteous man? Matter of fact, hold me that. Ophir, he shall make. You can hit Isaiah 4:1. No, is that No, that thing. I'm getting them conflated. He shall make a man more precious than fine gold.
More precious than Ophir.
Whoever get it first. Yeah, we in the beautiful times, man.
Isaiah 13.
That's it.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse.
And that's what they're about to realize, especially when these men start going to the meat grinder. A lot of these men, as it tells you in 2 Ezra 16, they gonna get drafted to the Middle East and they gonna fucking die. And they ain't gonna come back. Mm-hmm. And guess who's gonna be left over here? Their wives, their daughters, their children. And they gonna need help. Mm-hmm. They gonna be crying for help. Ain't gonna be no work, ain't gonna be no food. It's gonna be marauders. It's gonna be niggas going door to door. It's gonna get bad, man. 911 ain't gonna pick up the phone, because guess what? All of these goddamn military men, they finna get shipped over to the Middle East. All the Marines, all the Navies, all the National Guard, everybody that's supposed to protect you, guess what? They gonna be too caught up in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm. This is Isaiah chapter 13, and I'm gonna start in verse 11. The point is in 12. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil.
What?
And I will punish the world for their evil.
Who gonna do that? Who gonna do that?
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
But I thought God loved the world.
And I will punish the world for their evil.
What?
And the wicked for their iniquity.
No way.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease,
What?
and will lay low the haughtiness
That's why.
of the terrible.
That's why Yahweh Bashim Hawashai allowed Esau to make social media to show your pride. Because with the advent of social media, it allowed all of you, especially you women, to become gods, to be worshipped. Look at me. Look what I got going on.
Yep.
But that pride have deceived you.
Social media, the biggest simping tool. It says,
Social media really destroyed humanity. That human interaction, it destroyed it. People
Yeah.
don't even know how to have regular conversations, man. Especially these young people.
yeah,
I see how they be texting each other, bro. It ain't like, you remember back in the day you used to have game and shit, you had to run game on a bitch?
Yeah.
You ain't gotta do that no more, man. You know? You just text you ain't even gotta type out folks at DTF question mark.
well, they can't spell, so they gotta they gotta text like that. It says,
WYD. DTF,
are you down to?
you know? That's all you gotta do.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, my bad, I'm old. All you gotta do is swipe left, swipe right. My bad, Salakia. You know?
God. So it says, and I will punish the world for their evil.
That's why the flood came during the time of Noah. That's why the Lord killed everybody, saved 8 souls. Only person that survived was Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and their 3 wives, and their wives. Everybody else died. So you mean to tell me during the time of the flood there wasn't little children? No, I guess everybody was grown. There was no newborn babies. There were no 1-year-old toddlers and shit. You know, there were no old people. There were no women. There was just a bunch of wicked-ass men during the time of the flood, huh? You know?
Exactly.
No, it was just like now, as it tells you in, what's that, Luke? As in the days of Noah,
They were eating.
eating, drinking, giving in marriage. That's why that's why the day of the Lord is gonna overtake you as a thief, because you're not considering.
Yeah.
You're not reading the writing on the wall. You're thinking everything is gonna be okay. Oh, just a little hiccup. We'll get through it. We'll bounce back. Wrong. Wrong. Things are gonna get exponentially worse. Things are about to spiral out of control. And God is doing it. He's judging you. Since you in that Tupac spirit, only God can judge me. Okay, time for judgment. What you reap, you're gonna sow.
Yep.
Whatever you've been planting in the earth, by a man's deeds he shall be known. If you've been sowing wickedness, if you've been doing all type of wickedness, you've been robbing, stealing, hitting licks, sliding on your op, you know, stealing this girl, you know,
Yep.
fucking this bitch and all this shit. Don't you know all that's against the scriptures? Don't you know there's laws on that? A lot of them things you niggas praise get you put to death in the scriptures.
Facts.
So now is the time where you're gonna reap what you've been sowing. If you've been sowing righteous works in the earth, you're gonna reap a righteous reward. But if you've been sowing wickedness, you got a lot of liars, a lot of people that like to sow discord, you know, stir up strife and envy, gossip, be talebearers. You finna reap all that, man.
Yeah. Tenfold.
See, they don't consider they wicked. They don't really lay them things to heart. Oh, I pay my taxes. I don't steal. I pay my bill. I take care of my children. But do you keep the Sabbath? Do you try to follow the dietary laws? Do you pray? Do you even think about the Lord? Of course you don't. You all about yourself. That's what this world promotes.
Yeah.
Lovers of self, lovers of pleasure.
And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity.
Iniquity is sin upon sin upon sin. Sin is transgression of the law. Guess what? When we came out of ancient Egypt during the time of Moses, and he came down from Mount Sinai, we entered into a contract with God. The Israelites did. You so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Latinos, Hispanics, North American Seminole Indians, you are the Israelites. You are the ones that were in Egypt. You are the ones that Moses gave the commandments to. And guess what? When Moses gave you the commandments, you agreed to it. You said we're gonna be obedient, Moses. We're gonna follow God to the best of our ability. Read that again.
It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity.
So again, sin is transgression of the law. Because you break God's laws, slack it. Sin is transgression of the law. When you break God's laws, you're sinning. And because you sin, the scriptures say the wages of sin are death. That's the price you pay. Because you sin, you die. Bad things happen to you. You commit adultery, you commit the act of sodomy, you get stricken with all type of ailments. You get STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. What's that all about?
Yep.
That's judgment. You break the dietary laws. You like to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, pork, all these unclean foods. Guess what happens to you? You get diseases. You get gout. You get high blood pressure. You get diabetes. Why you think Big Mama got to get her fucking leg amputated? Why you think Big Mama got elephantitis? Got a big ass leg and shit. That's judgment.
Yep. It says,
all these little GMO babies getting gunned down. Why do you think that is? They parents are a bunch of demons. Children are a bunch of demons. So judgment befalls them.
yeah. Younger and younger ages too, man. Now we consistently talking about YNs.
Yeah, YN.
Yeah. That's how, man, can't make this stuff up. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
The beautiful thing is the times that we're coming into, everybody's mouth is finna be stopped. Everybody finna have their head down. All that braggadocious bullshit, that's finna be a thing of the past. Ain't nobody gonna give a damn what type of car you driving. Matter of fact, I'm in that spirit right now. I see you in a new car. I see a big D on your forehead, dummy. Because what I'm thinking about is that how you overpay for that piece of shit car. Because none of these new cars are good. You better off getting you a beater, something made in the early 2000s. All of these new cars, guess what? They not gonna make it 50,000 miles, 100,000 miles. So you overpaid for a piece of shit. A lot of you niggas like the Hellcats, the Dodge Chargers, you big dummies. When Chrysler Stellantis is plummeting.
Yep.
You got a lot of Edomites like to drive Jeeps. I'm gonna get me a Jeep Wagoneer.
Uh-huh.
Or I'm gonna get me a Cybertruck. I'm gonna get me a Tesla. You big dummy. So all that flossing shit finna go out the window.
Facts.
It's going out the window now. You remember back in the day in the early 2000s, the 90s and shit, niggas be wearing Rockaware, Fat Farm, and you know, all that. Nobody give a fuck no more. Niggas ain't even buying J's like that no more.
Facts. Facts.
Niggas ain't even making music no more. What's the last album you bought? What's the last time you went to a movie theater? What's the last good movie you saw? Can you not read the writing on the wall? Do you not see these places through? Ain't nobody selling out no goddamn arenas. Ain't nobody selling out no stadiums. Unless you Katy Perry.
They ain't going to go see Ja. Ja ain't he in concert?
Nigga, you better go to the comedy club like T.I. You better go do stand-up like T.I. Go make you a goddamn streaming service like 50 Cent. You know?
Yeah.
Ain't no money in music. This place is through.
Through. They no longer need the distractions. There's no need to distract you people because it's through.
Oh, and it's so beautiful how the Lord exposed everything. Remember these women was bragging about them bags and shit. Come to find out, they were pieces of shit. Remember China? They don't even talk about them. Remember the Chinese would go on social media?
Yeah.
They go to France and it's made in China. They mark the price up and shit. They just stitch a little. You people were stupid, man. So again, the times that we're coming into, ain't nobody gonna care about that, man. You're gonna be worried about safety. You're gonna be worried about food. Because these grocery stores are about to be empty. They're already empty if you've been paying attention. We've been talked about that. They've been hiding the fact with all these new speech. Oh, shrinkflation and all this other shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It says, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Which that's really going into Esau. Esau's going down, but everybody else that's joining to him going down too, starting with the black woman.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
What?
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
That's a new thing. That ain't happening right now. That's the furthest thing from anybody's mind right now as a man, as a hedge of protection.
Yep.
You know? The spirit was what? I don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
I'm independent. INDPENDENT. I can do bad all by myself.
Yep.
The times that we're coming into, we're gonna hold you to that. You got all them goddamn children, you know? Them different baby daddies, they all pieces of shit. We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
Your Section 8 being cut, you know, your food stamps being cut, you know, you're losing your jobs.
Through.
We're gonna hold you to that. Read that again. That sounds so nice. You gotta say it twice.
Isaiah 13 and 12.
That's in the Bible, brother?
It's in the Bible.
No way.
Damn sure is. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
How? When a man is equal to a woman?
Oh, that's a lie.
Really?
That's a damn lie.
I thought they were smarter than us, stronger than us.
Oh, Lord.
The scriptures say that's a new thing in the earth.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I get it. Go ahead.
It says,
You speak.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Where you reading from?
Isaiah 13 and 12.
Real quick. Isaiah 32 and I'll start at 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness and princes shall rule in judgment.
There you go.
Do you not know what that's what Israel means? Don't listen to these stupid ass black conscious community people. Israel. Israel. No, nigga, it's Yasharallah, Prince of the Power. He is the Son of God. That's what Israel means. Yasharallah. We're the sons of God.
Facts. Facts.
And we're gonna go back to being gods. Ain't that what Yahushua said? We're gonna do greater things than him? The things Yahushua did couldn't even be contained in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Isaiah 32 and 2, 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and that king is Yahushua HaMashiach, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah. And guess what? When he comes back, every tongue and every knee shall bow and confess the Lord. He gonna have to do that by force, because they don't want to willingly do that. Now, of course not. They don't want to acknowledge the fact that he's a black man now. They still promoting that lie. Oh, he's olive complexion. Oh, he's Middle Eastern. Dummy. Middle Eastern is a direction. How the hell could you be from a direction?
Exactly.
Hey, big dummy. He's olive complexion. Do you not know olives come in black and green? Which one is he? Oh, it doesn't matter what color he was. If it doesn't matter, why did you change his image? If it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't matter, why does it matter that I say he's black? If it doesn't matter. It matters because what if he is black? Then you got some explaining to do. If God is black, you got some real explaining to do. And guess what? God is black, and he's an angry black man. And he's angry what you did to his people. So again, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Hold me that where it says judgment does not go forward. You know what I'm talking about?
Not off the top of my head. You said
Oh my God.
judgment.
Let me see if I can find it. Righteous judgment does not go forth. Habakkuk 1 and 4.
This is Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4. Therefore,
Go up one. What's 3 say?
why dost thou show me iniquity
Get
and cause me to?
you gotta. I can't see it, so you gotta use your you know. Let me see. what's it, Habakkuk 1. The main point is in 4, but I don't know what, you know.
Yeah, 4 is fine. Let's start at fine.
You start at 2. Start at 1.
Habakkuk chapter
I got it. Habakkuk
1 and verse 1. It says, the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord Adawan, how long shall I cry?
That's what we doing. The true, anybody that's in the, you so-called a follower of the Messiah, you would be in the spirit of sighing and crying. You would be in an uproar. You would lose sleep at night at how this world is being governed if you so-called believe in God and Jesus. Because you got whole Epstein Islands. You got a whole Epstein gang that's not being held accountable. They eating children and writing emails calling it beef jerky.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's facts. The earth is being ran by pedophiles, PDF files. Meanwhile, they taking the war. Why is there not protesting in the streets? Why there's not rioting in the streets? Why did this man got to come way from England to America to get the redacted files, man? Why come in all these European nations, you got people retiring, but nothing's happening over here, resigning?
Yep.
Why come?
Yep. It says,
Tú es Israelitos. Jesus Christos es Morano. No gringo. Gringo es Diablo.
O Lord Adawan,
Blanquito es Diablo.
O Lord Adawan, how long shall I cry? And thou wilt not hear.
That's what we're doing. Sighing and crying for all the abominations done in the midst thereof. Sighing and crying about Esau letting little children be chemically castrated. You can't even go through puberty in America no more. What type of shit is that? Okay, you want to live that funny man lifestyle. That's cool. You're an adult, but now you're not even allowed to go through puberty. No outcry, and you know that's irreversible. Do you not know the suicide rate amongst them people, them transformers, are super high? Them transformers. You know how many of them do surgery and then unalive themselves? But you're gonna do that to a little child that don't even have a fully functioning brain yet, and no outcry.
Bizarro world. It's bizarro world.
With bizarro people in it.
Facts.
Zombies. This is the Walking Dead.
It says,
Everybody's zombified, comatose.
it reads, even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity?
That's what we're doing. We're crying out against the violent man, the bloody man, the man of sin. His modus operandi, his track record, the receipts, they're overwhelming. He called it imperialism. He called it colonialism. I call it oppression.
Why
I
does...
call it theft, robbery.
That's what it is.
Like Paul Walker like to say when we go downtown, you don't like it, leave. Well, why don't you leave? Why don't you go back to where you came from?
Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievances?
We see all the iniquity and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. They literally get away with murder, scot-free. Oh, look at what's going on the Gaza Strip, a whole genocide. That's why Bibi, they talking about holding Bibi on war crimes.
For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention.
That's this world, this wicked ass world that we lived in, filled with violence, strife, envy, malignity, debauchery, lies. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and deceit. That's how you make it here, by being wicked. You want to get your business up and running, huh? You want to become a Fortune 500 company? Well, you got to do insider trading, you know? You got to exploit your workers, pay them peanuts while you get, everything,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. It says, therefore the law is slacked.
What?
Therefore the law is slacked.
Where is the law slackest than in America?
A God-fearing people, supposedly.
Allegedly, that's what it says on the back of their Floridian plates, in God we trust.
Right?
It's on the back of the dollar bill. I go to court, you make me raise my hand and swear on the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right?
So help you God? That's
Which
what they
God?
say. Yep. It reads, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth.
That's it. That's here.
Mm-hmm. It reads, for the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth.
What? Break that down. Now, what does that mean?
Con.
You can't tell me that's not talking about now.
That's exactly talking about now.
Read that again all together.
Con. It says,
Baba Kasha.
therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth.
Do you not know there's a punishment for the crime of murder? Even in Esau's land, in his judicial system, there's no statute of limitations on murder.
Mm-hmm.
If you commit the act of murder and 100 years pass and they find out you killed somebody, guess what? You're going to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. No ifs, ands, or buts. So how did you acquire this land? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you trade for it? Did you barter for it?
Definitely didn't. It says, therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. This is Psalm 73 and 5. It reads, Salakia. I'll start at Psalm 73 and verse 3. It reads,
Real quick, and you got it back.
Con.
This is Colossians 3 and main point is in 25. I'll start at 22. Servants, obey in all things your masters according to all the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. Because we fear God, not man. It tells you to fear God. Fear him that can kill the soul. Don't fear him that can kill the body. Fear him that can kill the body and torment the soul in hell. So we don't fear what man can do. We fear what God can do. You know?
Mm-hmm.
God can give you the plague of your mind. God can bug you out in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it says, and whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord out of one and not unto men, knowing that of the Lord out of one ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. Again, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is coming back with the reward. A reward for the righteous and a reward for the wicked.
Yeah.
We're looking to get a righteous reward. We're looking to be pardoned. We're looking to be covered by the blood of Jesus. But there's a requirement. You got to repent. Ain't that what Yahushua said when he would heal somebody? He would say, go and sin no more.
Yeah.
Knowing that of the Lord out of one ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord out of one Hamashiach. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done.
Yep.
And there is no respect of persons.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter who you are. If you're a president, if you're just some lowly janitor, you're going to get rewarded for how you've been conducting yourself. And guess what? If you've been doing wrong, guess what? you're going to get that judgment.
Exactly. This is Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the NLT. It reads, "The law has become paralyzed, and there is no justice in the courts. The wicked far outnumber the righteous."
Don't we know that as Jakes, Israelite men? Because that's
Yep.
this judicial system is not really about wrong or right. It's about how long your money is.
Yep.
If your money long enough, you're going to get off.
We all know that.
God forbid you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You're going to get buried in that system.
And then that's it for your ass once you're buried in it.
Could you imagine if you get you a public defender? A public pretender? But that's this world. That's this system. Because a system is a trap. A system was designed. And who designed all these systems? The one in charge. Who created this monetary system? Who said you're supposed to get paid with paper money? Debt notes. I thought real money were tangible things like silver, gold, land, cattle, livestock. Why you paying me with food stamp? What they call it, the food stamps? You pay me with monopoly money.
Fiat currency. Fiat currency. It reads, Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the NLT. "The law has become paralyzed, and there is no justice in the courts.
Nope.
The wicked far outnumber the righteous, so that justice has become perverted."
All these people that are in prominent positions, guess what? They're wicked. That's how they got in them prominent positions. The CEO of your company, your goddamn, your shift leader, and all these are wicked people, man. These are people that would throw you up under the bus and back up over your ass. That's why they put in that position. Because they all about the system. They all about the job. They all about the program.
Facts.
The good old boys. They don't care about your plight long as they get theirs. Their filth. But that's this world. It's a capitalistic world. Capitalism is wicked as hell, man. The capitalism is all about the haves having more and the have-nots being exploited. That's why the wealth gap has been widening more than ever in this last decade.
Yep.
The rich are getting super rich and the poor are getting poorer. They even doing away with the middle class. You could thank COVID for that. All them mom and pop stores, they being done away with. And we're seeing the latter end of it now.
Largest transfer of wealth in American history.
Largest transfer of wealth. Now is the time to buy if you got money. You could gobble up foreclosures through the roof. You got whole businesses like BlackRock going up, buying up whole subdivisions.
Yep.
Pennies on a dollar.
This is Psalms chapter 73, and I'll start at the top. It says,
No, go back to that one you said about the law.
Con.
Because here's a law in the Bible. This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." That's a law.
Yep. Yep.
Hold on, I gotta read that again. "And he that stealeth a man," how do we get to the Americas? I guess we migrated over here, huh? We bought plane tickets, we bought cruise ship tickets and shit, you know?
That ain't where I
We
was
came
from.
over here in first class and shit, you know? Oh, my bad. We were indentured servants, right?
Nah.
We immigrated to the Americas.
I think that's CRT, op.
Critical race facts. "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand," guess what? When Yahushua HaMashiach returns, guess what? We gonna be found in your hands because you refuse to let us go.
Yep.
You don't want to give us reparations. Where our 40 acres and a mule at? You got your Homestead Act, didn't you? Ain't that how these Edomites got all this farmland? They stole the land from the North American Indians, in Oklahoma, all in the Midwest, you know? And they sent letters out there to Poland and Germany and all that shit to them Europeans and told them to come over here under the Homestead Act. Yeah, we on to you devils, man. They like to talk about Jake, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. You ain't pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Everything you got was a handout. To this very day. Your credit system, handout. We on to you. We know how the credit system works. It has to do with your zip code and your race. What?
Hey.
You telling me my ability to establish credit got to do where I live? I was born in the ghetto. My parents were born in the ghetto. I'm the children of slaves. So now I want to go to school, get me a good degree. I got to take out a loan, a predatory loan.
Yep.
With enormous interest rates.
Exorbitant amount of interest.
Meanwhile, you get a goddamn loan, a bond and all this shit. You get to go free.
Yep.
That's the reality of this system. Because again, a system is a trap by design. So you got the monetary system, you got the school system, or what we like to call it the fool system, because you got to be a fool to trust in that shit. What else you got? You got all type of systems, man. All traps. All traps. All to get you caught up to think you's free.
But that's why it says in Habakkuk.
I have choice, master. I has choice. No, you don't. You gotta work. You gotta slave. You don't work, you don't eat. Oh, I could choose which plantation I'm gonna go to, master. I was free. I was work at a good plantation. Days give me days off. I gets overtime.
That's why
you working for $1 million, $1 billion companies, don't even make 30 grand a year. What? But they mad you got to call out to take care of your goddamn children. Ain't that some shit? They gonna write you up because you couldn't find a babysitter. Because you cut all them benefits from the... Yo, this man is a devil, bro. He the devil the Bible speaks of. But you people deserve it. You love to have it this way. You love it.
That's a spirit. It says Trump's want 200 billion more for Iran war. So it says Habakkuk 1 and 4.
That's another trap. The military-industrial complex. Another system. Who profits? Who profits behind Lockheed Martin? Who profits behind Raytheon?
The shareholders.
Whoa! Give them a round of applause.
There
Somebody's awake. Everybody else zombified. Tapped out. Exhausted. Tired of riding the hamster wheel. Got the Monday blues. dreading to go to work tomorrow. Is it Friday yet?
That's why I'm going to read it one more time. Habakkuk 1 and 4 and the NLT.
So he said the shareholders. What about these private-owned entities? These private-owned companies? Who profits behind that?
It's all a Ponzi scheme, man.
It's one big club and you're not in it.
Facts.
I thought it was illegal to have monopolies, man. So why are these elites hiding behind all these conglomerates? Why are they all these mergers and shit? Who benefits?
So it says, the law.
Salaki, I'm glad he said something, so that means they can hear us.
Yeah, they know.
They just choose to ignore us.
That's what, hey, it's their prerogative. But they're marked. It says.
You mean to tell me there's going to be no excuse in that day? No cloak for their sin? They're going to not be able to say, Jesus, why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you send your men down to warn us, Jesus? Why didn't you tell us it was going to get bad? Why didn't you tell us you was on your way?
They'll be at this spot.
I would have listened, Jesus.
They'll be at this spot.
I swears.
All right. You got a closing scripture or? Yeah, we 9 minutes over. I don't want to go too far because then I got to split up the video.
No, I was rolling. I told you I was just rolling the spirit, man.
Come.
Did I have? We leave it on a definition because you had mentioned about you said something made me think about normalcy bias. That's what these people have.
Beautiful.
You want to speak on it?
No, you got it. Yeah.
This is from Wikipedia. Normalcy bias. normalcy bias is a cognitive bias which leads people to disbelieve or minimize threat warnings.
Damn.
Consequently, individuals underestimate the likelihood of a disaster. America being nuked is the furthest thing from them. They can't fathom it.
Oh man.
If anything, he'll get Denmark, he'll get Greenland, and he'll get the Golden Dome up and running.
Yeah. Hey, well, hey, they can't fathom World War III, and we're literally in it.
They still in denial. I'm not talking about no river in Africa.
Oh, perfect definition. Perfect
Salakia.
definition.
We could be here all day, bro. Salakia. It's too easy, you know?
Oh,
it's
man.
exhilarating times, man. It says, consequently, individuals underestimate the likelihood of a disaster when it might affect them and its potential adverse effects. The normalcy bias causes many people to prepare inadequately for natural disasters. Well, guess what? This ain't a natural disaster. This is a divine judgment.
Yep.
It says, the normalcy bias causes many people to prepare inadequately for natural disasters, market crashes, which a market crash is coming. The volatility with the gold and silver, the NASDAQ should show you any financial analyst will tell you that a crash is coming. They've been predicting a crash.
For real.
But they don't realize that it's going to crash and never come back again.
The crash of all crashes.
Exactly. It says, and calamities caused by human error. What we just read in Isaiah 19.
Khan.
Egypt gives confusing advice. About 80% of people reportedly display normalcy bias during a disaster.
Oh man.
I say 99% of these people are in a complacent, lackadaisical spirit. I gotta close out. Salakia. Salah, I can't help it, bro. We close out here unless you had something.
Nah.
Ezekiel chapter 38, I'll close out here. Straight to the point. Ezekiel chapter 38 and 10 and 11. Thus saith the Lord, Adawan Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind. Talking about the Russians. The Russians and all their allies, the BRICS allies.
Mm-hmm.
That at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. I guess that's the theme of this lesson, is evil.
Evil and Khan.
The king's
That's
heart,
exactly what it is.
heart, as you were saying, right?
Yep.
So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to put an evil thought into Putin's mind, into Xi Jinping's mind, Kim Jong-un's mind. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, which is America.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. And that's how America is. You can pretty much go from state to state. There's no real borders.
Yeah.
You could drive from here to Cali. You know?
Yep. No borders.
You were talking about men of military age. Why? Because it's an unwalled village.
Yep. They
careless. They're not afraid. All these terrorist attacks. They're not laying nothing in the heart. They still going to get big public gatherings. Then the FBI done warned you.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But that's the furthest thing. They're at rest. Again.
And
thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. That's the point.
There you have it, folks. There you have it.
So we're in the time of the great visitation.
Khan.
Judgments and evils. And
Khan.
only evils. It watches for thee. Because what? The end is come. We at the end of an empire. We at the end of an age of wickedness, an age of the rule of the Edomites. We at the end. And affliction shall not rise a second time.
Hey, so with that being said, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kwadash.
And a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also a healthy shalom to the few Akwath that are listening and learning.
Shalom.
Israel.
Wa, Abad Babal,
Kwam Yasharala. Shalom Israel. Shalom.